Hello everyone, this is Senor Garcia, and today I'm going to show you an introduction lesson on how to use Scratch Junior. So the first thing you need to do is make sure you have the Scratch Junior app downloaded to your iOS device or your Android device. And the app looks like this little guy right here with the cat symbol. And what you do is you just click on it, it'll open, and then it's going to give you a choice between the question mark or the home, and you click on the home. And whenever you open the app, it opens up to this My Project page, and this is where you'll see all of your projects that have been saved, or if you want to start a new project. And since we don't have any to edit or to observe, we're just going to click on New Project with the plus sign right here. Alright, so when you start a new project, you're always going to get this cat, and by default it'll always appear, but if you want to delete it, you just hold on to the cat icon and then the little red X will appear, and you just delete it, and he's gone. Alright, on the Google Docs sheet that I presented earlier, I put on there one of the links is a handout for 9 activities that you can introduce your students to, and I'm going to do an introduction on the first one. And the first one is called Can I Make My Car Drive Across the City? And it just takes you step by step on how to make that happen, and it just makes you become more familiar with the blocks and the coding system that Scratch Junior uses. So I will start that right now. So the first step says to choose a background. So in order to choose a background, you got to click this icon at the top here. And the icon we're looking for, or for the background that we're looking for, is the city icon. And it's this one right here. And it says city up there, and you check mark it right up here. And there it is. Step 2 says to choose a character. To choose a new character, you click on the left-hand side over here with the plus sign. And it'll give us a variety of choices of which characters we want to select. In this activity, we are looking for the blue car that looks like this right here. And again, I select it, I check mark it, and there's my blue car. So I want to move it down here. And step 3 says to resize the character and move to start place. So to resize the character or the item or the thing, you have to click on this purple block, and you select this one, and according to our activity we want to resize it to size 4. So I click the number down here, I use this keypad, delete it, click 4, click out, and then I touch it, and our car just shrunk down to that size. And the activity says to start it on the left hand side. It also recommends using the grid at the top. You can click this button and it shows you a grid on your screen, and then you have numbers on the left hand side and the bottom, kind of a XY axis. So we want to start it on number 4 here and 1, and the goal is to make it move across the road here to number 18. So the first thing we need to do is go back to the yellow tiles here, and this green flag will always start your program. So I'm going to click on that, drag it down here to the bottom. Next, it says to go to the blue blocks, my movement blocks, and we want to move it to the right 18 units across. So I'm going to type in 18. And then we want to end the program, so I click on the red block here, then I cap it here, and I'm going to take off my grid. And to see it in motion, you click on the green flag up here, and we see what happens. And it looks like I got it. Now, if you ever want to see it in full screen, you click this icon right here, and there it is in full screen. And then you hit the green button to see your program in action. And there it is. So that's the first activity. That's activity 1. After finishing that activity, I would have one student fill this out. This is the checklist that I created, and I make sure that partners take turns using it. I usually identify them as the pilot and co-pilot. The pilot is the person who is using the iPad, touching the icons, moving things around, and the co-pilot is the one who is writing on the checklist or just giving pointers and assisting more in a verbal way. And then after that activity, they switch and they take turns kind of being the pilot and co-pilot. And then they make sure they reflect on how comfortable they did on that activity. And then when they get done with all 9 activities, they have an opportunity to create their own story. After doing those 9 activities, they'll know the tools, most of the tools, but a part of it is just kind of exploring and getting to know it on their own. So that's just a quick introduction. I hope you enjoyed this and you keep at it and really implement this, and you can connect this in any subject. You can do this with storytelling and reading. You can introduce it in vocabulary. You can add some vocabulary where they're trying to tell a story using the vocabulary words, and then there could be some math involved. I showed you guys the grid, the XY axis. All right, thank you.